Hey people, Sam Wilson TV here, and today I don't want to talk about lights, I want to show you the new Lumia Stream Overlay. And in a quick tutorial I want to show you how to set up your first overlay. So we need the most important, that's our Lumia Stream app. When we are in our Lumia Stream app, we go to Overlay. Then we click on Add New Overlay and we give it a name, like Tutorial. As I have a 1440p screen, I will set it to 2K. So we got our empty canvas here, and now we can start and add things. Videos, images, timers, whatever you need. So I will start with a predefined overlay. I downloaded once from one of the known providers for overlays. So I open a video layer. I go to video settings. I click in this field here, or I click on edit. Then you come to your assets. We want to upload the file. It loads up very quick, and then we choose it, and we got it on our screen. That's pretty small. So first we click on loop, so the video animation gets looped all the time. Then we click on appearance, and there we got this little arrow up and down. So we click this, and boom, it's there. It filled our screen. So you see we got these four corners and they are empty. We go to add layer. We go to labels. There we have all the predefined labels we need for this task. And we search for the latest subscriber. Latest Twitch subscriber, and you get this little text. We don't need the last subscriber title there, so we delete this in content. So only the variable stays there, and the variable is filled with my last subscriber. We want this a little bit bigger, so we put this font size to 36. We drag it into the field. And we want a fitting font color. So we use the color picker tool for this, and we try to hit the yellow right. And there it is, and it fits to our color setup. If you want, you can make this a scrolling text, so it will scroll through here. Then you have, of course, to adjust the box a little bit. So this is our latest sub. You can also change here if it should be bold or not so bold. You can change the fonts if you want to have another font. So let's add the latest follower. So we go again to add layer, labels. Twitch follower count is not what we search for. Latest Twitch follower. And you see again, it's automatically filled. We delete this title, latest follower. We put it to size 36. You want to have this yellow color. Of course, you can do it like this. You go here and on styling and on the color, and you make a note of the RGB colors here, 162, 56. Or you do it like I do it always. You just use this color picker and you aim for the yellow. And then you got it also. I adjust the boxes always a little bit. I don't want to have too much box, but I don't need. The next thing we want to do is fill out top donation or latest donation, but I know I don't have donations. I don't need that now. But of course you also can find this in the labels. And to find it quick, because there are so many, as you see, it fills automatically the labels with everything you have connected in your Lumia stream app, and we want donations, and this is not easy to find with that mass of labels, so we just put in here donate or donation, and you find your stuff. I always go for only donate because there's also the donator label, so you also find the donator label. What else do we need? We need a shoutout box, because if someone visits our stream, we want to honor that and give him a shout out. So we prepared a shout out system that's very easy. You just have to add this shout out box. You can adjust it later when it pops up so you see the video better. So you just put this in and done. You actually don't have to do anything else. Here you got a little setting, like if you want to play the audio of the clip. I always put this down a little bit because I don't know how much they scream in the clip. You can adjust the maximal seconds it should run. For this tutorial I put it to 10 seconds so it doesn't fill my video with the clip, and that's all. You save, and then if you make a shout out, let me pull this box here. If you make a shout out to Sam Wilson TV, then it's there. You don't have to do anything else. Actually, let me pull this out again. It's in my way. So this was the shout out box. If you want to adjust that all a little bit, like for example, you want to have to show the avatar of the shout outed streamer, then you will go here, you select an image, put that image where you want to have it, just your size like you want it, just put it here. Good that there is an overlay which is in the middle so I can aim for that a little bit. And that's all. We don't do anything here. We don't change the appearance. We don't put a virtual light in it. We just let it here. We save. Now we go to our Lumia Stream app. In commands, we got the new chatbot commands page. And there you have the predefined SO command. This page will be filled by us. This is just a startup line. There will come a lot of other commands with time. So we got it here, and we want to show our streamer avatar. So what do we need? One important thing I forgot. We want to put this on invisible because we don't want to show it if there is no shoutout. Save this, go back to your Lumia stream, and then we select set layer visibility to turn it on, because we just turned it off. We choose our overlay, that's tutorial, and we choose our layer, that's image 5. We set it to on, and we add the action. If you want, you can always test the action before you add it, but I know it works. It should work. I tested it. So now we don't go to set image content. I will explain why. Set image content is especially for images. So if you choose your image layer here, you can choose from a drop down of the assets you uploaded already. But we don't want that. We want to use a variable. That's why we go to set content. That is for everything. That is for videos, for text, for images, and you can use it for that. So we have chosen our tutorial layer image, and we want to fill the content. So we click this little red button here, and it shows us all our available variables. We want to show the avatar. It's now here on the first side, but if it wouldn't, just put in avatar and it would show us where it is. Clip target avatar, not Twitch avatar, because that would be your avatar. we want the clip target avatar. We choose this and we add action. And then we go to the end tab, because when the shoutout ends, we want again to have that image being invisible. So again, we choose set layer visibility. We choose our overlay tutorial and our layer image 5. And this here, we keep it unticked to set to off. Add the action. Apply. Refresh. Always refresh after everything you change. Then we go back to our overlay to show it. I pull this over here again. I make it SO Sam Wilson TV fire. And there you go. You see my avatar, you see the clip, and after 10 seconds, both should disappear. There you see the avatar disappeared, the overlay disappeared. You still see it, that you know what is there, but they are not to see on your stream. What else is important? An alert box is important. We want to see when someone follows us, subs us, gives us bits, or donates something. So we go to add layer, alerts, alert, and we got one alert box. You need for all the alerts just one alert box. So we go on manage alert, and you see there's only generic, nothing else. For now, we just want to have an overlay to go online and to stream, ready to go. So we go on manage alerts, and we add our important alerts we want to use. That is Twitch follower, Twitch subscriber, Twitch bits, Twitch host, Twitch raid. And then we can go through here, and you see we added already all alerts you have of integrations you have connected to Streamelements. So for example, I got Ko-fi connected, so also the Ko-fi connection, the Ko-fi alert is there. If I wouldn't have it connected, it wouldn't be there. Twitter, like, retweet, Spotify, switch song, and so on. So for example, Spotify switch song, we also added save alerts. And let's start with Spotify switch song, because this is a nice thing we added. You don't need the OBS method anymore. I don't know if you read my guide. I showed how to integrate Lumia Stream and OBS to show which song is right now playing. You don't need this anymore. You have now the Lumia Stream Overlay and the Lumia Stream Alert Box. So you just go in here. We prepared already the alert message. That would be song switch to variable name. So it picks up the name of the song. You can pick, you can pimp this a little bit if you want to have also the artist. You go onto that little red dot and you look for artist, and it's a Spotify now playing artist variable. Take this. Now we got to make it pretty a little bit, so we copy this to here and we make a little bar in it, and the name is the Spotify song title. And then we go the duration, we put it to 8 seconds, doesn't matter. Then we go to image video, change image, important, change image URL variables. So you are not only able to put in a URL because you want to show something you have on your own server, on a server you know. We also can use variables from Lumia Stream. So we delete this GIF, and there's already the example put in there. So we go here and put in image, and then you see here Spotify now playing image. We select this and we select this again, and you see already I heard a song which it isn't saying. Okay, there's the bug. Let's change this variable. good that we talked about it. Press this red button, go to song. You got Spotify now playing song, put this in, and then it's correct and says song switched to, oh, I missed a space. Song switched to Michael Jackson Thriller, and the album art is there. You can also click here on emulate, so it shows you what it does. Audio is not needed here, of course, because you have your Spotify playing, obviously. You can put here some layout styling, like the text below the picture, or right of the picture, or only the picture, only the text. The text is under the picture, or the text is on the picture. So let's keep it like this. Here you can set where you want the text. Next tab is text style. You can choose a color. You would fancy what would look better on it. Of course, colors in a stream are dangerous because you have your game background or whatever you stream. So colors could interfere with the colors of your background color. You can choose your font you would like. I just put something random here. And of course you can put your font size. Should it be horizontal or should it be vertical? Should it be sideways or should it be up, right, down? And you can let the text scroll. And last but not least, we got the animation, so you can say when a Switch song alert happens, then I want to have it wobble. So if you emulate, you see it wobbles. Not. It will wobble. I don't know why it doesn't wobble now. Okay, save alert. That was the first one, so we could play a bit of music. You won't hear it, but music is playing. Then I click on next, and you see there it wobbles, and there is my text and my picture. I would have to adjust the text a little bit and pull it down. That is something you can play with. So, but the more important alerts are Twitch follower, Twitch subscriber, Twitch bits, but it's the same as Spotify Switch song. Just you don't use a variable, or you can if you have something fitting. We prepared username just subscribed. You can also put in here for month or for whatever you want to show. You put in your video you want to show when it happens, like this here. This is my video. If someone subscribes, you can choose if you want to play an audio from the video and the volume of the video. Then you can add an audio. And again, the same what I described before. You can choose where your text should be. And this is what you do for every alert you have here. And if you say, oh, now I want to have a Ko-fi alert, then you just go on Manage Alerts, you scroll down to Ko-fi, and you add it. Save alert, and you got the Ko-fi donation alert there. Save alert, your alert box is done. Don't have to do anything else. Of course, you have to set up your Lumia Stream alerts. But I think you did that already if you watched this tutorial. Here you got a emulate button where you can check everything. So we want to test if our Twitch subscriber alert works. So we trigger it here. You can decide, is it a tier 1 sub? Is it a gift 5 sub? So 5 gifts. Is it prime sub? Is it a resubscribe for 3 months sub? And you can also put it here manually what you want to test. And then you just click this and the alert goes off. What you can do is variations. Like in Lumia Stream, you have your variations for gifted subs or for prime subs or whatever. And so you can have here your variations. So you just activate them. Then you got the resubscriber tab, you got the gift tab, and resubscriber tab. We can say username, resubscribed for. Then we go to our magic little red button and put in sub month and add this. It's for 6 seconds. I don't change the image now. You got the trick how it works. And then we got username, gifted, as much subs, 2, and then we got the recipient variable. We put it in here, and it's also prints who got the sub gifted. And of course you can add any variation you want. So let's say you want to have a tier 3 special sub alert. So we call this tier 3. We select the condition type would be equal selection. And then we select the value, tier 3, save variation. And if a tier 3 sub comes in, then this will happen. Let's check this. I will prove that it works. Save alerts. Go to the emulate button. Alert. Twitch subscriber. So gift 5 subs. Lumia Stream gifted 5 subs. There is no recipient because the emulator has no one it can sub to. And we change the resubscribed for 3 months. Oh, we only put the variable in. You would have to type in month behind it. And we put in a tier 3 sub. And you know, this is actually the sub, the standard sub I put in. Now we check the tier 3 sub and it would show the Lumia because I didn't set up an extra image of video. The same way you can also check other alerts if they work. We put in a Ko-fi donation alert. It's a lot what you have in here, so you can again use the search tab. I always recommend the search tab. You are so much faster with it. And we test the Ko-fi donation, and you see it registers the $200 Ko-fi donation. If you click this little overlays only, it changes to live. And that means if I go to Lumia Stream and trigger an alert from Lumia Stream, like through the shortcuts, that is the fastest way to test anything. You click on shortcuts, you got here your commands, you got your alerts, you got your studio creations. I want to test an alert, so I go here, I test the Twitch bits, and I fire them off. And you see, the alert also happens in the overlay. Okay, thank you for this. We canceled that alert. So, what else can we add? I talked about timers. We got timers here, so you can put in a timer if you make a start screen. I don't go too deep into it now, but that you know that it's there. Put it to 20 minutes. It shows 20 minutes countdown. You can change it to a count up, so it would count 20 minutes up. You can change here if it should show hours, if it should show minutes, if it should show seconds. Of course, you can change the styling, the fonts, the size, and you can manually adjust your size, what it should be. You got here some little helper to adjust it to the middle. You can change the opacity if it should be a little bit transparent, and you can turn it around if you want. And I want to show you on this example what virtual lights are. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Then we add a virtual light. Add virtual light. You can create a new virtual light. or you choose one you have already. You can choose if you want to light the text or the background. We choose text, add virtual light, and there you go. You don't see anything now. But if you trigger, for example, a scene, then you see it takes the color, you put the virtual lights in. Important for it is it, if you manage lights, or for scenes, for example, where you have to split your lights into the slots, you also have to do that for virtual lights. Virtual lights are treated like real lights, but they don't exist in your room, actually, right? Okay, that was the timer. What else do we have? We got a slideshow. If you want to play with socials or you want to present something, just go in here, slideshow settings, click on it. You got your assets here. I got, for example, some social assets here. You can't see it, I know that they are there. You can select multiple. You see, they are selected now. I go on finish. And they appear here. Then you can decide if you want to loop it or if there should be a delay between each full loop. So when that, I think it was six socials ran through, it will take 60 seconds until it will run through again. Or you can choose delay between each media. So we choose here 5 seconds, and then you see when one social video is done, the next video will only start in 5 seconds. If you have audio on it, you can put the audio on, set the value, the volume, sorry for my French. You can set the volume, and of course you can also set opacity, if it should be a little bit transparent, and you can move it around like you want. One other thing you want to use is probably the Emotebox. It starts very small. There it is. Let's pull it over. I got too much on my screen. Normally you don't have so much on your screen. You want your overlay clean, but yeah, actually you can put everything into one overlay and just trigger them with overlay actions to visible or invisible. So we got the Emotebox. You can choose your size like you want, and here you got some emote settings. You can put it to random. That are some animations you can choose from. I always have it on random. You can choose the size of your emotes that should appear there, and if they are fast or if they are slow. And then we trigger some emotes, and you see they appear in that little box, and so on your stream. You also got a chat box if you want to add a chat box to your stream, so your viewers can see the chat right on the screen. Put something in here, as you see the box is filling. But you also can put some settings like how many items do you want in there, and should it show, for example, where it comes from. You see the Twitch icon now appears. And of course your fonts and the size and the color, but that's always the same with the styling. And then we got the part goals. That is what I talked earlier about. There we prepared some goals fitting to your connections you have on Lumia Stream. So you can, for example, put YouTube, total views count, and you see I'm not very active on YouTube, it doesn't show anything. You choose another one, total bits count, it's 500 because I reset my settings a little bit earlier. One last thing I want to show you before I finish the tutorial is the virtual light feature we integrated. For this we choose a video, and we imagine we want to have a webcam border, frame, whatever you call it. We look for it, and it's this here. And it's this here. We put it on loop so it doesn't stop playing. And then we choose virtual lights. We add a virtual light. We take light 1. Just click add virtual light. And you see the video disappears. That shouldn't be. We need to fix that. Just click loop again and it will appear again. Fix your size. And then I always again choose this white color to make sure I got the right white color. And I put similarity color tolerance to 30 and the minimum brightness to 22. These are the settings I ran best with yet. So this is set up. Let's press save. Always save your settings. Go to Lumia Stream and then we trigger a command. And you see our webcam frame video changes the colors on the points where we want it to change. You know the old method with a legacy overlay system where you have to put it in OBS and you have to put a source and merge these two sources or something. So we integrated it now in overlays and you can easily integrate it into your videos. The same works with pictures, with images. The same works with timers, with goals, and with text. So actually you can color everything in the overlays that shows you virtual lights down here. So the very last thing now is you want to have that overlay in your OBS. So we saved it and now you can go on copy URL and do it old style. You add the browser source to OBS, you copy paste the URL into it, or this is saved, we can close it. We maximize this in overlay. Here we got our tutorial overlay. There's open in OBS. If you click this, it will ask you to which scene you want to add it, and you just click add and will automatically appear in your chosen scene. Now you got a default overlay. I didn't show all the tricks because it's so much to show, but I think you have pretty much an idea now what you can do with the Lumia Stream Overlay and start creating and porting from other overlay systems and start your stream just with Lumia Stream. If you like this video, subscribe. If you want to see more of this, comment, and we see us on Discord or on stream or on Twitter, wherever. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.